sports reporting. It's a 15-yard penalty. First down. You know nothing about sports.
Now it's Cardinals beats.
Whoop. There it is.
We're on the record.
Tag team.
Look, y'all gonna have me sounding like that old James Brown interview he did. From night to night you find me. He said we're gonna be doing Pop's got a brand new bag. Get above that thing. Jam.
Oh, you can actually understand what he was saying because every time I heard James talk, it was huh?
Yeah. What?
Huh?
2, 3.
Bro, ever since Delirious, I've never looked at James Brown the same.
No,
Yeah, that or the SNL sketch.
I think it was Raw. Was it Raw that he did James Brown?
No, it was
Delirious.
It was delirious.
Okay.
I think Raw was he on Michael Jackson then? Something like that.
He was on Michael Jackson, Mr. T. He was in Mr. T on the other one too.
Yeah.
And Italians, which
yeah,
hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, why? I start thinking about that. That stand up. Guys, why the fire that big, Gus? Oh man.
Hey,
Welcome
Lily.
back, y'all.
Leave me alone, Lily.
Yeah, it started to go down at the end though.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yep. So look here, man. We were texting earlier. They had some abrupt releasings or firings, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan Gilmore got the X in New England.
Or traded.
Yeah,
traded.
Traded at the last minute. Yeah.
Then your boy Jalen all of a sudden got the X. Then went to the Packers.
Yeah, and I don't understand that one either from a personnel standpoint for Green Bay, or the first thing I thought about was they were kind of going to deploy him like they used to do Clay Matthews. Clay Matthews never really played linebacker.
Well,
Clay Matthews was always lined up at the line of scrimmage, either rushing or spying or doing something like that. I don't know that they would put him in a spy position because he can't run like he used to. So I mean, I don't know.
My question to you is, man, Cowboys fan, Cowboys fanatic.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that move from a Cowboy perspective?
Absolutely.
Based on the way Micah Parsons are playing, right?
Absolutely, but it was more so about the money. The performance had something to do with it too. Don't get me wrong. The performance had something to do with it too because he was atrocious in the run game this season. If you were to go back and watch the games or watch the film, you would see every team that gashed us up the middle, he missed his gap assignment. But I ain't gonna get into all that. That's not a this year thing. He was doing it last year too. So from the money standpoint, all right, everybody's all up in arms. Why didn't they release him before the season? Why now? Why 4 games in?
That's mine.
Well, yeah. So he had in his contract what you would call injury guarantees.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the end of last season, he finished the season, but after the season, I think back in March or something like that, he had wrist surgery for something that he was dealing with during the season, but he played through. He had wrist surgery. Well, that surgery made the guarantee part of that contract, made the guarantee part of that salary, that $7 million salary, kick in. That was guaranteed. He also had another clause in it for next year. There was another injury clause in there. If he gets hurt or has, has surgery basically to where he can't pass a physical for next season, that $9 million becomes fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
So we couldn't release him because we owed him that $7 million, point blank. So why not put him on the field, see what he can do for you, see if he can, eke out a little bit of trade value, which he couldn't because he wasn't good enough. So that's why we couldn't cut him. Now, I'm not sure of the numbers of his new 1-year deal, but whatever the Packers are paying him this year, we can deduct that from what we still owe him.
So he didn't get cut. He got released. Is there a difference?
No, it's the same.
Same thing. So the Packers probably signed him for like $1 million because I think he's a vet.
Mm-hmm.
So offset, the Cowboys got to pay like 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus, like you said, that next year if he get that clause kicked, in, he gets. I think next year he would have got paid like $9.6 million.
Yeah,
9.6. Yep.
Mm.
Yep. Exactly. Now, being that he's a veteran, he has the option to take what I think was it called termination pay or something, to where whatever he was owed this year will be fully guaranteed. Like he would have to get paid that, and I think that's what he's going to do. I think each veteran has. I think they can do that one time in their career, like when they get released.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Because when I heard that news, man, and I'm looking, and I'm like, huh? And in my mind, I'm like, did he do something in the locker room?
Yeah, it make no sense.
And that had a part in it too, because there are guys in that locker room. I heard this from the grapevine. I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, there are guys in the locker room that really weren't too high on Jalen because Jalen is a spotlight guy. Jalen likes the celebrity kind of more than he does football. Now, Jalen is incredible as a human being. He's incredible as an entrepreneur. He's helped a lot of minority businesses with his entrepreneur program. But when it came to being a Dallas Cowboy, it was always about spotlight with him. And with this new culture that Mike McCarthy and that Dan Quinn brought in, and with the type of guys that they brought in, there's been a culture change, and that locker room is not like it used to be.
Yeah. What you got, K-Man?
Only thing I really got is on him is if you are a top one of the players that's going to be like highly drafted, if your team's not in the national championship series, don't play. He played in a meaningless bowl game and had a horrific ankle injury that he's finally come back from. He was considered at the time to be a top 10 pick, and then it dropped all the way down to the second round.
Yeah,
and that was because we were ready to take a chance. He would have potentially went undrafted.
No.
There was that chance.
No,
because half the league was out.
Let me tell you something. We were going to take him.
Elway liked him that much.
Middle linebacker and right tackle has been a Achilles heel for this team for like at least 10 years.
But didn't y'all have Danny Trevathan when he came out?
Yeah, and he left to go to Chicago because he got paid.
Oh, that was that same year. Yeah.
So it's like,
wow.
Yeah, because I heard the same thing that you said, B-Wig. I heard that people were saying, I think it was on Twitter this morning, saying that he didn't fit the culture because of his attitude in the locker room. And there was rumors that he missed a bunch of practices and wasn't showing up on time. And I was like, what?
Yeah, it all of that went into it also. But I will say this, from a Green Bay standpoint, I think it goes back to Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur was an assistant on that Notre Dame staff when Jalen was there. Good. So there's that player coach familiarity. It goes to show you how much pull Matt has.
I don't like the move because Joe Barry is the defensive coordinator. I thought he would have been better off in probably Kansas City with Spagnuolo. The boy needs a teacher. He ain't gonna get that from Joe Barry. And that was the issue I had. I thought maybe he could probably go to the Rams
Yeah.
You know, somewhere where there's a really good teacher in place. Because one of the things I've always thought about him was when I used to watch him, like, he is super talented. He is not coached.
Mm-mm.
So does Green Bay play Dallas this time later on in the year? So maybe that's got something to do with it.
No.
The only time we will see him is in the playoffs.
Okay, and my justification for him going to the Packers after their Week 1 debacle against the Saints, the Packers have been on point. The Packers been balling
Against bad teams.
What? Nonetheless, it's effort. But then Jerry,
you win who? Hey, the schedule is what the schedule is. I gotta, you know, if I lose to him, what you gonna be saying about me? So,
I mean, if it was anybody else besides Aaron Rodgers, like, I mean, I'd make a big deal out of it, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going Aaron Rodgers.
I'm thinking he's looking at the upside of the way the Packers are playing. You know, not thinking about the organization. They gave him some money. He gets to probably possibly start and play and possibly go into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. He got Aaron Rodgers as a QB.
Yeah. I did hear, though, that had Jason Garrett been the head coach of the Giants, he would have been a New York Giant.
Wow.
That's not a bad. I actually would like him better at the Giants than I would at the Packers because the Giants have a really good defensive coaching staff. But, you know. And on to Stefan Gilmore. This is just, you know, football 101. Hey, get as much money as you can because they don't want to pay you. And they were trying to lowball him all year, and then they decided. This man was Defensive Player of the Year and got traded for a 2023 pick.
Yep.
It was a sixth round?
Sixth round.
Sixth round.
I mean, I know his contract. Sixth round 2023 pick. That's
I'm telling you.
That's the NFL.
That's the hoodie. That says something to what Belichick thinks of him and in that locker room. Maybe he says something in the locker room that leaked back up to Belichick about the contract. Say, hey, man, he could have been starting to cause problems in the locker room. We don't know.
Hey, Belichick is known. He got a history, 20 years of cutting dudes for wanting more money. Lawyer Malloy, Ty Law,
and look,
Randy Moss.
Look, K-Man, to your point.
Corey Dillon.
Look, K-Man, this came out early in the week, what you just said about Bill Belichick. And the rumor was that Tom Brady went along with it every year to restructure his contract.
And that's why one of the reasons why I dislike Tom Brady. Because they always used to use that. Well, if Tom can take a pay cut, what's the name? You should take a pay cut. And that's the dumbest thing ever. That's why I never had problems with Peyton saying, hey, give me the most money because I deserve the most money. And then so when my wide receiver says he wants the most money, you give him the most money. But when the top guy keeps saying, oh, I'll take a pay cut, and then you go to the coach and say, I want a raise, well, the top guy's taking a pay cut.
Right.
Why are you asking for money? Why won't you fall in line? Why aren't you not doing the Patriot way?
He's not a team player.
Yeah. With Gilmore, he was owed a lot of money. But let's be honest, after 2019, or was it after 2019, he fell off.
I don't think he should have won Defensive Player of the Year that year, but that's just me.
He fell off.
I'm gonna tell you what they did. Just like you guys just said, he was owed. He's owed a lot of money, and probably next year he would probably been a huge cap hit. So why don't dump that money now? Try to recoup some of that money, sign some more players, start to build a franchise around mac and cheese.
And what's the old saying? It's good to cut a player 1 year before because two positions in football, when they go bad quickly. Cornerback, running back.
Running back, yep.
They go back. I saw the champ. I saw what champ. 2014, balling. 15, fell off.
Yep.
And averages 5-6 years for each position, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, dude is 31. Gilmore's 31, coming off a major injury. So the chances of him returning back to his 2018 self are very, very slim.
Yeah.
Very slim.
How many years has he been in the league? What, 4, 5?
No.
He's been like 8 or 9
really?
years.
He spent the
first.
first.
He was with Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, his time.
He was the first one. He was the first one that really got paid as a free agent, and everybody's like, "What's New England doing?"
Yep. Because
Man.
nobody really had. He wasn't a household name in Buffalo.
No, he wasn't.
He was okay, but New England gave him all this money, and now it was all of a sudden everybody's ears perk up. Who's Stefan Gilmore?
And people, Hoodie started off his career as a secondary guy, so he knows him. He saw it. He saw the dude twice a year, and like, I got to have him on my team.
Look, this is the same man. This is the same man that got rid of Malcolm Butler after he sealed the Super Bowl. So
I know, right?
He knows what he's doing.
That's like some shades what happened to Trent Dilfer after Baltimore won a Super Bowl. But I got a question for y'all, man. What's this thing about Micah Parsons and Chase, man?
Oh, start with
what
Brandon,
is this about?
Because Brandon brought it up.
That I feel like he's a better player than Chase Young at this stage in both of their careers. Yeah, I brought it up.
Please explain.
Yeah, what's your reasoning?
So stats are hollow, so I'm not gonna mention stats. No. I messed with Kennedy earlier. I ain't gonna touch on stats, but when I look at Micah Parsons, I see somebody that can play left end, right end, can rush up the middle, and play all three linebacker positions. He can get your quarterback. He can cover your running back. He can cover your tight end. And he can pick up your slot receiver in the zone. What can Chase Young do for me besides rush the passer? And why is it? And what I want to know is, why is he so bad this year? Why has Chase Young been so bad this year when
I don't know.
Jonathan Allen has eaten? Montez Sweat has eaten.
Yeah, Payne. I think Payne got a sack too.
They both, Sweat and Allen, have 3 sacks apiece. So I want to know what has happened to Chase Young, Kennedy?
What you got, K-Man?
Okay, so my on the other side of the argument is no, he is not better. I am not judging a kid off of 4 games versus a dude who's played 1 year. We're at the first quarter of the NFL season. Also, I have a little bit bias. I'm a Michigan Wolverine fan. Micah Parsons went to Penn State. Chase Young went to Ohio State. I'm going to tell you right now, in the 2 years that Micah Parsons played Penn State, never worried about him. Never. He wore LeVar Arrington's number. Never worried about him. Chase Young, scared of him. Scared of him more than I was scared of the Bosas, and I was really scared of Joey.
Well,
also,
go ahead.
Also, it's definitely a disappointing year for Chase Young. You said about Jonathan Allen. This is Jonathan Allen's 4th season. This is Montez Sweat's 3rd season. Someone came in thinking, "Oh, I can just do the same things over and over again." What I did with last year was good. And he came in not prepared, and that's why you see so far a nothing burger from his 2nd year. So far in the early season.
And to your point that you just made, K-Man, I think it's the opposite way. His first year in the league, no one knew what to expect. They watched him in college. Oh, yeah, he can really rush it. But let's see what he does at the next level, the NFL. And when he came off and he was like getting those sacks first year, right? He did well. This year, people looked at film. They looked at his technique, and they're looking at what he's trying to do. So they're training these tackles when he tries to rush up the field, take him this way.
Exactly. And as a freak athlete that he is, year 1, 7.5 sacks, all just based pure talent.
Mm-hmm.
Talent. I'm faster than you. I'm quicker than you. Just talent. But like you just said, Sean, defensive coordinators ain't stupid. Offensive coordinators are not stupid. Offensive line coaches are definitely not stupid. Well, most of them anyway. They're not stupid.
I don't think any of them are.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, Tom Cable.
Paul Alexander, who we had like 3 years ago, was a dumpster fire. But that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, and they saw that he used one of two moves. He used a bull rush, or just I'm faster than you, and I'm just gonna try to get around you. And that's what I feel like. That's why I feel like Micah Parsons has a lot. He has a lot larger repertoire of pass rush moves. They're not refined. But my thing is this: he didn't show us any of this at Penn State. He didn't show us any of these pass rush moves at Penn State. But get here under Dan Quinn, and all of a sudden this dude is making noise on the line of scrimmage, and he's 20 pounds lighter than Chase.
B-Wig, I told you, I watch college football like a madman. I watched it last year when Parsons was playing. Watched a ton of Penn State games. When he blitzed, he did get sacks. Now, what he's doing now, he didn't step this game up, because some of the stuff he's doing now, I didn't see in college. But I knew he was a good middle linebacker, and I knew he could rush the passer. I knew that.
I got this to say, but it's only 4 games, and just like Sean said before, a year they got tape. Usually after 8 games, they get a book on you. They will have a book on Micah. He will have to adjust because it's happened. And then after a year, and then what makes you great? Everybody always loves bringing up Jordan as greatness or this Mamba mentality, goofiness. But it's not a mentality. It's working hard. It's studying.
Exactly.
I'm watching the Ali documentary on PBS. He's running his mouth about Sonny Liston. Yeah, he's watching tape on Sonny Liston. He's watching tape on Floyd Patterson to use some of the moves that Floyd Patterson used. Not Floyd Patterson. Sugar Ray Robinson, who was smaller, just like Muhammad Ali, on bigger guys. You always have to. Once again, that's why I believe Peyton Manning is the greatest quarterback of all time, because he was smarter than everybody, because he did his work.
And he won you a Super Bowl.
And B, to your point, B, you made a daggone good point. I watched Parsons in college cover people what you just said, dude. But Chase didn't do that in college. He didn't have to do that.
No.
But
they're two different animals.
But here's the thing, and it all goes back to technique. And K-Man, you made a good point. Probably after 8 or 9 games, they're going to understand how Parsons. They're going to start looking at his technique. Where I know, K-Man, you're going to love me for this one. This is where I fell off with Jack Del Rio. Teach Chase Young some better technique, please. Please.
The reason why I am down on Jack Del Rio, this is the reason why I'm down on Jack. 2014 Denver Broncos, we brought in DeMarcus Ware, TJ Ward, and Aqib Talib. That defense was a top 10 defense. The defense was okay. The next year, he's gone. They bring in Wade and only Darian Stewart, and they're one of the best defenses of all time. Because it took a proper person to use the people properly. And that's always been my issue with Jack Del Rio. Because if you have this and you do nothing, and then the next guy makes them up there with the 85 Bears and the 2000 Ravens, then you look like a fool.
Yep.
That's another good point, K-Man. You said, and that goes back to coaching. Last year, the Washington football team was in the top 5 in defense. That's because no one knew their scheme. But people know their scheme now. What you got, B?
We coming into last year and coming into the season, we made a big deal. And when I say we, I'm talking about, people who look at the game, cover the game, or whatever. And we always talked about Washington's front 7. Oh, their front 7, that front 7. It was really, in actuality, it's the front 4. Because I feel like a big part of why they've struggled so much this year is not necessarily the front 4. Yeah, they could be better. They could be better, but they're getting bad linebacker play, and they're getting bad secondary play. Dudes are not holding up on the back end.
Yeah.
Well, Darby left to come to the Broncos. Bostic's hurt. But also, some people don't talk about, Ryan Kerrigan left.
Yes.
And when it was Young, Payne, and Allen, and Ioannidis and Sweat, and Kerrigan.
Mm-hmm.
So that rotation.
Yeah, there it is.
There was no drop off.
All breaths. No breaths. We're just coming.
Yeah. It was no drop off.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Key, man. That rotation.
But now it's, I think it's just a spoiled soup of bad ingredients. Like, the line is not living up to expectations. The linebacker play is bad. Secondary play is bad. Del Rio is bad. It's just it's bad across the board. Yeah, they won that game Sunday against Atlanta, but I mean, you still gave up 30 points.
Mm-hmm. And the way I saw Atlanta's offensive line, I knew their offensive line was not good because they were getting home, and previous games, none of these dudes were getting home. So they let me know that it was Atlanta's line. It wasn't that they flipped the switch. It was just Atlanta's line.
Yeah.
And then, and I don't mean to go off on this game, whatever, but Cordarrelle Patterson. I mean, were you like at halftime? Did y'all like get together like, hey, this dude, what we gonna do about him? I mean, who we?
Well, somebody's like, man, he on my fantasy team. I'm winning this week.
No, you know what it was, man. You know what it was. He was known in Chicago for returning punts and stuff.
Yeah.
But the Washington football team didn't look at him as a factor in the game. I guarantee you, when he was in the game, nobody was worried about him.
And he looked like Jerry Rice in '92. I mean, good grief! Everything you threw at him, he was catching, and it was always like for a touchdown. Yeah, and he was just running over dudes. I'm like, what is going on?
Like 3 touchdowns, right?
Now watch, you only have like 1 catch this week.
Exactly. Flash in the pan, dudes.
All right, man.
But I'll also say this. I sent y'all the video of Von Miller's pass rush academy, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Chase Young need to get his butt over there because you got Chuck Smith.
He need to get his somewhere.
DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller showing you moves.
And see, Micah worked with DeMarcus Ware in the offseason, and you can see it. You can see it on Sunday. You can see it. I mean, dude,
because of Von Miller's pass rush academy, now you got offensive tackle academies, and now you got tight end academy. So these are just people, you have your own training because it's only like 2 days. It's only like 2 days. Right. But you get a wealth of knowledge, and it expands. Once again, learning to be better.
See, one of the first ones to start those camps was with the Manning passing camp, man. The passing camp. That was the first one.
Down in Louisiana.
Yep. I never understood. I'm like, okay. And I hear so many people, even kids that start off playing ball and next thing you know, they're in the pros. Yeah, I went to like 2 Manning camps, man. I learned a whole. I'm like, huh? But all right, man. Let's roll with the picks.
Oh no, we're doing top 10. It's top 10.
Got the top 10, man.
Top 10. 10.
These are my top 10 power rankings for this week. Starting at number 10. Very disappointed in this team, but I didn't kick them out of the top 10 because I actually think they're still for real. The Panthers, 3-1. Got punched in the mouth by yours truly, my Cowboys. To the tune of 245 yards allowed on the ground. Both lines got bullied, and Sam Darnold was pedestrian. Surprise, surprise. This is a good time for them to take a step back, regroup. I think McCaffrey may come back this week. I don't think he should because they do this all the time. They rush him back only for him to get hurt 3 or 4 games later because he's compensated. But they need to figure out something quick to remain a threat in the NFC South. Number 9, Cincinnati Bengals, 3-1. They're young, but they're really resilient. Burrow has been impressive, and it's just a fun bunch to watch. He's getting a ton of help from the defense, which has looked very impressive through 4 weeks, regardless of who they played. But like we said earlier, you play who's on your schedule.
Yep.
Number 8, I got the Los Angeles Chargers, 3-1. You still don't believe in Justin Herbert Kennedy?
No.
Kennedy still don't believe in Justin Herbert, but he's still lighting it up. Defense has given up 20 points or more only once this season. So far, they are the team to beat in the AFC West. Number 7, I got the Bucs at 3-1. Tom Brady looked bad on Sunday night. Let's just call it what it is. He looked bad.
I told you.
Yes, you said it. You did. You said it. He looked bad.
He made that fool. That's the thing. These people and these job sniffers. He was a 6th round pick for a reason.
I told y'all the hoodie had something for him.
He made that. I know everything that you're good at and everything that you're bad at.
Yeah, I told you, man.
You know who you remind me of right now?
What?
Alonzo. Alonzo from Training Day.
This ain't Chet. This is Chet. I watched it.
Oh man! All right. Before we say something, we're gonna regret.
Yeah.
But Mac Jones looked phenomenal on Sunday. 54-yard field goal by Folk, doinked off the upright or whatever. They could have and should have beaten the Bucs. But
why is Folk still in the league?
You know, I said the same thing. I was like, wow, we had him. God.
I remember all the
2000s or something.
I remember all him messing up with the Jets. I'm just like, and I'm noticing a lot of kickers are still staying on. Is college football not developing kickers anymore?
Not like they used to.
Ain't no Grammatica is coming up to the ranks.
You know why?
Mm-mm.
Because a lot of the kickers are coming from Australia. If you see all these kickers, man, coming to college football,
that's true.
A ton of them from Australia.
Punters too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah, we released one. Niswander, whatever his name is.
Nice one, yeah.
He's an Aussie punter. All right, moving on. Number 6, I got the Baltimore Ravens 3-1. They're new to the top 10 this week. Everybody knows they're gonna run the ball. Everybody can't stop it. I mean, it's almost a repeat thing of the last 2 years that we've seen. Dookie, probably for all those of y'all who listen to this show and don't know who Dookie is, Dookie is Lamar Jackson. When you hear the word Dookie, we're referring to Lamar Jackson. The reason why is because he reminds us of the character from The Wire.
Daquan.
You haven't watched The Wire? Yeah.
Season 4.
Yeah. If you haven't watched The Wire, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Number 5, Dallas Cowboys 3-1. I'm not sure if there's a better team playing right now in the NFC besides Arizona. We took the number 1 defense and we ran up and down them like diarrhea. So things are looking good in Dallas. I want us to remain focused and be prepared for this trap game we got coming up on Sunday. Number 4, got the Green Bay Packers at 3-1. They're beating bad teams, but they're playing who's on the schedule. They're doing it convincingly. The defense is starting to come around. They just added Jalen Smith. I don't know if that's a plus or a minus, but we shall. That remains to be seen. They're gonna get a test on Sunday though. They can't take Cincinnati lightly, and I think it'll be a close game. But we'll talk about that during picks. 3-1 Rams at the number 3 spot. They took one on the chin on Sunday. They got hit in the mouth by Arizona. They got a short week. Of course, they playing tonight against Seattle. I think it's a bad matchup on a short week.
They're pretenders. They're pretenders.
So you talking about LA or Seattle?
LA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna get to that also, because Sean brought that up earlier. I got 2 teams actually that's 3-1 that I don't particularly that I'm not fond of. But to finish up, I got number 2, Buffalo, number 2. Last week I jokingly said on the podcast that they might beat the Texans by 40. They beat the Texans by 40. And the Texans didn't score 1 point.
48-0, right?
40-0. 40 points. 40 points even. I should have put some money on it.
After beating Miami 35-0 and beating the Washington Football Club, who only really scored because of 2 fluke plays.
Yeah.
So
So the rest of the AFC needs to look out. This is
Still my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah. And you know what? I forgot to update my rankings. I actually took the Panthers out and put the Browns in at number 10. So scratch the Panthers at number 10. I just remembered that. I put the Browns in at number 10. We were talking about the Bills in the AFC, and that made me think about the Browns and how they need to they kind of need to tune it up a little bit. Baker has a torn labrum in his non-throwing shoulder. Just found that out today. It's not his throwing arm, but it's still going to affect him.
It's from that interception, and he tried to compensate by trying to tackle the dude, and he hurt himself.
Yeah.
He already kind of didn't really look like himself yet this season, so it's going to be interesting to see how he plays with this. All right, number 1, everybody knows Arizona Cardinals. They're scary. They're a scary team.
Yeah, buddy.
I wish the pass rush was more consistent, but Cliff Kingsbury got his group whirling, man. They rolling.
Yeah,
that's the top 10 this week, y'all.
Yeah, because look, I got a top 5. The only difference between me and yours be 2 and 3 were flip flop. Everything else was in place.
Wait. So you had the Rams over Buffalo?
Yeah.
And the Rams just got curb stomped?
Yeah. I had the Cardinals number 1. Had the Rams number 2, Bills number 3, Packers number 4, Cowboys number 5. K-Man, what you got? You got a top 10 or top 5, K-Man?
Nah, it's too early in the season for me.
Uh-oh. So when we gonna hear yours, K-Man? What week?
Probably a halfway point when we do awards.
Oh, week 8, all right. No, I'm sorry. It's week 9,
it?
right?
No,
we got 17.
It's week 8.5.
Yeah, for real.
Week 8.5.
Yeah. After the Thursday night game, get ill.
All right, man. Let's do the picks. Then we can talk about who's a pretender.
Pick 'em.
Who's fake and who's for real.
Oh, we can do that now and then do the picks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, B, you already said you said the Rams. Oh, did
Rams
K-Man say the Rams?
No, he said the Rams, but I agree with him. Rams and the Raiders were my two pretenders.
Oh, because they 3. Okay. All right.
Yep.
My team, you're right. One of my teams is the Raiders. Yeah. My other team, I think, is the 49ers.
Yeah. They just, with the Raiders, and I always think back to that one comment that we got a couple of weeks ago. I mean, why are you surprised that we're saying what we're saying about your team? Like, this is like a yearly thing now. They get you feeling good, and then I shouldn't use that analogy. Well, if it's too much, Kennedy, you can take it out. But they get you feeling good. You get in the bedroom, get your clothes off, and realize you ain't got no condoms.
Oh,
screwed.
I'm not taking that out. I'm not taking that out.
Oh man!
And then the Rams. You know what? I had questions about the defense after the Bears game week 1 because they should have been more dominant against Chicago. And, Tampa Bay put up points. In Arizona, man, they just it was okay most of the first half, but the second half they didn't adjust. They didn't have any adjustments for Webster and
they didn't. But I want to get y'all's take on this, then we can move on. The Bears coach was upset at Harbaugh last because the Ravens ran the ball. Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
He ran the ball and they got some kind of rushing record.
Yep.
Yeah.
As coaches, would you guys be upset? You know the team's already won the game and they're still running the ball instead of taking a knee.
Well, Kennedy, you can go. It was your team. So
yeah, I'm upset. Here's the reason why I'm upset. They punted 10 times in that game. is because of the Broncos offense punted 10 times. That team was tired. That defense was tired. Their game plan going in sucked. And then they adjusted to it. But after a while, they just kept, they were doing stops and everything that they were finally getting the dookie, and they was tired. So you go for some goofy record just to go for some goofy record. And I'm just like, it was useless to me.
I'm gonna use another less word, and I'm gonna go with classless. I understand that, you're on the brink of a record and whatnot, but I mean, you gotta have some type of integrity. You gotta operate with some type of class, man. Like, these dudes are out here, putting their life on the line each week, and it gets to the end of the game. It was let's just call it what it is. It was a blowout, and so there was no reason at all to. And see, and here's the other problem I have with it. These are grown men, dude. These are grown men. And when you do something like that, that's like they're thinking that you're trying to take their masculinity. Like, that's just, I mean, it's just, why?
This is some high school stuff. This is what high school and college teams do.
And the record ain't even all of that.
No, it's not. I'm going to tell you why they did it, America. Because the majority of them players probably had a clause in their contract. If you break this record, everyone on the team gets an extra $200,000, $150,000. You forgot, in certain contracts, there are certain incentives that are written into the contract.
That's a team. That's a team award. That's a team record. That's not an individual record.
I don't think their attorney's that good. I mean, some of these contracts was negotiated 2 or 3 years ago. I mean,
yeah,
but attorneys ain't that good.
But what if some of those guys who have a clause and say, hey, if you play so many snaps per game, you get this?
And I mean, they have contracts. So yeah, they have incentive-based contracts. Those are a thing, but not when it comes to like breaking a record that you may or may not see.
Yeah,
that's bad negotiation.
Yeah, NFL contracts ain't worth the paper they're written on. Hell, they're about to get rid of DeMaurice Smith.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I think I heard something about that in the Athletic or something. That I got an email from the Athletic, something like that. I heard several people brought that up.
Sean, I'm gonna point at you with my gummy worm. File that back into the conspiracy theory list, okay?
Maybe it's in Harbaugh's contract.
Or could be. Could be. That was because I kind of agree with you guys. They should have took the knee and just got the heck out of it. You won the game, but.
And if I'm a defensive player, I'm gonna be pretty mad if somebody on offense got that worked into their contract and I don't.
Yeah.
You a wild dude.
I'm just saying.
You gonna want their lawyer next time.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go to the picks, man. All right, man. Who y'all got tonight, man? I'll start with you, B. Who you got?
Seattle.
Huh?
Rams. Look, they got curb stomped on Sunday. I don't think it was as close as the score would suggest. They don't match up well with Seattle. I'm gonna just tell it like it is. They don't match up well. They don't have anybody for Tyler Lockett. Yeah, they probably put Ramsey on DK, but for the rest of the weapons that Seattle has, I really don't think the Rams have anybody for Seattle. It could be another blowout. It could be. I mean, the Rams got to travel up to Seattle on a short week. Yeah, it's a short week for Seattle too, but Seattle's coming off a dub, and the Rams are not. So,
good point. Who you got? Who you got, K-Man?
I got the Rams. The 12th man ain't what it used to be. That that place ain't what it used to be.
The Seahawks defense ain't what it used to be.
Yeah,
they're almost dead last.
Yeah, I give me the Rams. I like Russ. I just don't like that defense. I really don't like that defense.
Exactly. That's the point. All right, K-Man. This game is the Jets at the Falcons, K-Man.
Oh, Give me the Jets. If I was going to do a list of overrated teams, I'd have put my Broncos on it. But then I saw that the Jets beat the Titans and the Giants beat the Saints. So I'm like, okay, so they weren't that much scrubs. And the Falcons are bad. I mean, they're always bad, but they're bad.
They got to rebuild, man. Who
but they are trying to.
Yeah, they are. Who you got, B?
I like the Jets.
Yeah,
I like the Jets. They look hungry. They look bad at times, but they also look hungry.
Mm-hmm.
You're right about that.
Getting a quality win against a team like Tennessee, can do wonders for a young team like that.
Nobody saw that coming.
No one.
All right, B-Wig, Lions at the Vikings.
The Lions.
Yeah, that's what I pick. It's just something about them. I think one of y'all said they're a scrappy team. I found it was a scrappy team.
Yeah, Kenny's been calling them scrappy for the past few weeks. I don't like the Vikings as a whole. Like, yeah, they can have wild moments on offense, but the defense is still suspect.
You know about that, but who you got, K-Man?
I got the Vikings. The problem I have with the Lions is they start slow. If you pay attention to the game last week, they got up they was down 21-0, and then they cut it to a 14-21, but then it got overwhelmed. They don't start quick. They are feisty, but they just don't start quick.
And the Vikings don't finish quick. they finish bad.
That's true. They can't close out games for some reason. All right, K-Man, football team or Saints at the football team.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'll take the Saints. The reason why I'll take the Saints is because Heineke does a lot of stuff, but he takes way too many chances.
Right.
Way too many chances. Like these balls, these footballs he throws up in the air, it's just be like hanging in like forever.
And the offense lost Logan Thomas, so he was a big threat. Who you got, B?
Saints.
Yeah.
Bostic is gone for the season. Brandon Scherf is out for God knows how long with an MCL sprain. Like you just said, Logan Thomas is out.
Yeah.
So, the defense was already bad, but, losing your leader like that.
Yeah. Unless your boy McLaurin make one of those spectacular catches he did.
He will.
That wasn't a spectacular catch. Once again, the defense, the corner did not see the ball. It hung up in the air forever, and he was able to come around and catch the touchdown.
It looked like that ball dropped right over his shoulder, K-Man.
And in the Saints, Kamara needs more than one touch.
Exactly. I agree with that, man, for real.
Tom Brady's just ashamed of himself for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the Giants caught him off guard. All right, B-Wig, Patriots at the Texans.
Patriots.
Oh, man, you starting to believe in mac and cheese?
No, but I like him, but come on, these are two teams in two different. They're in two different areas right now. The Texans. Listen, if you think Bill Belichick made Tom Brady look bad on Sunday night, think about what he's going to do for Davis Mills.
He loves playing against rookie quarterbacks.
Mac and cheese might be offensive rookie of the year. I hear crickets.
I got Jamar Chase, but whatever.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm joking, man.
Yeah.
I got Jamar Chase myself.
Yeah,
for real. All right, K man, who you got?
Oh, I got the Patriots. This game just shows you that Urban Meyer thinks because he lost to the Texans.
Oh man, don't bring up Urban Meyer to weak that dude here. All right, man. K, we're gonna get to him when we get to the Jags. All right, K man. Dolphins at the Bucks.
Bucks.
They ain't got to go for this game, but right, B, who you got, B?
The Bucks.
Because Jacoby Brissett is the Dolphins quarterback, right?
Oh, it has nothing to do with their offense. Their defense is not good.
Mm. Isn't Flores a defensive coach though?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, they were supposed to be a team that took that leap this year. And, unfortunately, we found out that they potentially could have been frauds last year. And we also found out that Tua Tagovailoa is not built for this game.
It can't stay healthy.
And I don't see them for the deficiencies they have. I still don't see them trading for Deshaun Watson because that's just giving up way too much asset for a team that needs players.
So many other things.
Exactly.
Other positions. I got you on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be Packers or the Bengals.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Oh.
I think this game will be a lot closer.
It's going to be a close game.
Than some people might think. The things that the Packers kind of struggle with in the run game, I think might be a plus for Cincinnati. Now, I think Joe Mixon is kind of nicked up, so that might play a part in this game. But for some reason, I just like Cincinnati in this game. I do.
Yeah, Mixon was limping after that last game. Who you got, K, man?
I got the Packers.
Yeah, that's what I picked, man. I wanted to go with my LSU boys, man, but way Aaron Rodgers playing. But like I said, it's going to be a close game. I think Burrow is going to push your boy.
What do you mean by close? What do you mean by close?
Like 27-21 or 24-27, something like that.
Oh, no, I got to win them by at least 6 points.
This is the best defense that the Packers have faced thus far. So, it'll be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, K, man. Your Broncos at the Steelers.
Steelers.
What? Man, the Steelers are good, man.
Hey, whatever you want to say about the Steelers, it's still a Mountain West team traveling to the East Coast at a 1:00 game. Historically, they've never done well with that. Still don't know if Teddy is out. Don't even know. You saw what happened to our offensive line. I told you, I texted you before. I was like, I'm worried, going into that game because Quentin Miners didn't play last year. And the year before, in college, and the year before that, he was in Division III mauling children. Netani Muti is only in his second year. And so interior has always had problems. And the tackles are overrated. Garrett Bowles are all pro my ass.
But have you seen the Steelers offensive line?
Yes, I have. But it's the going to Pittsburgh thing and playing in Pittsburgh. Still playing in Pittsburgh. So give me the Steelers.
I'll give you that. All right. Who you got, B?
I think Roethlisberger and Juju finally reestablished that connection this week. I'm taking the Steelers. They've been off. Like it's been weird. Like, one part you saying, man, Big Ben looks really bad. And then the other part you like, well, his offensive line ain't the greatest.
Nope.
So it's like you want to call him done, you want to call him finished, but then like I don't know.
It's bad because Ben can't get the ball down the field. He's doing more dump offs than Najee Harris.
Well, here's the thing, like the opportunities, especially like Sunday, the opportunities were there, I think, for them to get down the field a little bit. They just couldn't connect. For whatever reason, they just couldn't connect.
They don't have a run game, and Ben don't got what he always had that gave him success. That's a good tight end.
Yeah. I be Eagles at the Panthers, B.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's thinking America.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Panthers.
Ooh,
I'll take the Panthers. Yeah.
What took so long?
Yeah, for real.
I wanted to. The Panthers defense got exposed on Sunday. The Eagles have a decent offensive line that can run block. My thing is is Nick Sirianni smart enough to establish and stick with the run? And I don't think he is at the end of the day. So that's what made me pick the Panthers.
Who you got, K-Man?
I got the Panthers. I saw the Eagles play against Kansas City. They moved really well, but I forgot Kansas City defense stinks. So, it's like 7-on-7 playing the Kansas City defense. So I'm not impressed by that. I still, even despite what happened last week, I still think the Panthers have a better defense. Give me the Panthers.
Again, I took the Panthers as well, man. So, K-Man, Titans at the Jags.
Oh, Titans.
That ain't take long.
We've seen some. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen because I think going in they didn't like him. Sometimes when you have an embattled coach, everything starts to crumble around him. But I think the players didn't like him from the beginning, so I don't think it's going to fall apart. But yeah, that's bad.
And my thing is, because B, who you got, B?
The Titans.
Yeah, my thing is, man, is that as a grown man, married man, even though that's your bar, you say you own the place. What are you doing that by yourself without your wife? At the bar, you know you're married, got this young chick dancing that close to you. And
that's not my issue.
The reason he said he went there was to clear his head. But go ahead, K-Man.
My issue is not the possible and probable infidelity. That is a personal matter between him, his wife, and his God. My issue is with him as the head coach of a football team. You don't travel home with your team so you can look at film after you lost this game that you could have won. That is an institutional, organizational problem.
Yeah, good point.
That's my thing. I could see if they were about to go on a bye week, but no, you have another opponent coming up in a few days, a professional opponent coming up in a few days, and you down there acting a fool.
And you did nothing previously, those previous 4 weeks, to warrant not getting on the plane with your team.
And what is it after 4 weeks? What is it that you need to clear your head for? Like, I mean, you've been in this thing off season and 4 weeks of a season. Like, what are you trying to rid your head of?
Well,
exactly.
Can he clear his head at a loud place like that?
Here's the thing about Urban Meyer. He is a awful liar. Awful. When it starts to go bad, Florida, Ohio State, I'm leaving because of medical issues. You know what he's thinking? Maybe I should take that USC job. I think that's what he's thinking. I think he's thinking that maybe he should take the USC job. Maybe because in Southern California, in a college campus, I can be king again. Here, I'm not king. The Pac-10, the Pac-12 is open. I got three national championships. They need something.
I'm gonna tell you, and if he did take the USC job, that's one of the most high profile positions in LA. It goes probably Lakers, Dodgers, USC.
Probably yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on record and say I don't believe he's gonna finish the season. I don't.
Well, the guy Condon put out a message saying what he did was unacceptable, and I'm pretty sure Condon's gonna talk to him.
He's already lost the locker room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Locker room's gone.
Yep.
Nobody gonna respect.
You let the lose and keep on, which it will, because you haven't established any culture. You're a young team with a rookie quarterback. The losing will continue. Trust me. He's not gonna make it through the season.
I got 2 words: Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
good one right there.
That's a good one. This game, I'm looking forward to this game because I think Baker's in his 3rd year, Herbert's in his 2nd. B, Browns at the Chargers, B.
Chargers.
Damn, everybody giving up on Baker, man.
I'm not giving up. I just don't like the matchup. I mean, it'll be a physical game,
Dang.
but at the end of the day, I like Justin Herbert this season better than I do Baker Mayfield.
Dang. Who you got, K-Man?
I got the Browns.
Yeah, that's who I picked, man. Ooh, boy.
I love that. I love that defense. I think that defense can have take advantage of that team. Where's the game at again?
It's in L.A.
So it's a home game for the Cleveland Browns, and they're gonna travel. They're gonna travel. They're gonna travel really well.
Look, K-Man, you're going to have me looking for a pocket at a stadium or a corner of a stadium where you're going to see a dog pound.
They don't have fans. Anytime they play at home, it's a home game for the other team. It really is.
K-Man, look, you forgot. Arsenio Hall going to have some people from Cleveland that watch. With the dog pound. That long finger he got with the dog pound. Hey,
and then I also like their running backs against that defense. Yeah,
Hubbard going to go off on that joint. All right. Oh, man. K-Man, Bears at the Raiders, man. You taking a long time.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, he is about to do it.
Do it.
He's going to do it.
Take the Raiders.
Well,
you know you want to.
I'm taking the Bears.
No, my God.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, man. I forgot what movie the guy was saying. Do it. Come on, do it. Oh, School Days. Do it. Who you got, B?
I'm taking the Raiders.
Oh, I thought you was going to go along with K-Man.
See, here's the thing. At least John Gruden was a good coach at one point in time. One point in time, he was a good coach. Matt Nagy is not a good coach. He's not. Now, I like what Justin Fields was able to do Sunday. He looked a lot better on Sunday. Mainly in part because they got the running game going, David Montgomery. Yeah. But I don't, say what you want about Derek Carr. He's playing at a high level so far this year. So, and the Bears defense can get got on the back end. So, I'll take the Raiders.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs might run past them dudes. I B-Wig.
He does it every Sunday.
So, this is a division game, which is a lot of people were talking about this on social media. 49ers at the Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Yeah, that's who I picked, man.
Don't even ask me.
You taking the 49ers?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. We're gonna have to start talking about Kyle Shanahan. We're gonna have a conversation about him really soon.
Yes.
No, but look, you remember? I don't know if it was last season or season before when I told y'all about Shanahan. When I looked at the formations and the plays that were called, I was like, okay. I'm like, he's pretty good. But like we always said, you said it, K-Man. After a year, people get film, and they start picking up tendencies of the offense. So he's going to have to change his game up.
I think we're going to also have a conversation about John Lynch. And now my conversation about John Lynch is he's not making the picks. Kyle Shanahan's making the picks. And that is a problem because, once again, I go to Brandon Ayuk.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
They don't. For 3 years now, they've thought of George Kittle as their number one receiver. You cannot do that. You need you a dog on the outside. I love Debo. Love him to death. He ain't a number one. No.
They should.
He's a utility.
Yes.
They should have kept Mostert.
Mostert got hurt.
Well, he got hurt. Yeah.
I thought he got traded. Didn't he get traded?
No, he got hurt.
No. He got hurt.
Okay.
And the dude behind him, I think, too. But,
that's right. Yeah,
but yeah, John Lynch has not given that team a number one receiver. I thought that they were going to try to make a swing for Julio, but it didn't happen. So yeah, and I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
When Sean brought up this pick, it was like, next week we're gonna have to take some time and talk about how overrated we may be overrating Kyle Shanahan.
My issue with him is when they drafted Brandon Ayuk in probably the greatest wide receiver class draft in 2020. He said he was the best wide receiver. No one had Brandon Ayuk as the best.
Yeah, nobody did.
Not even
He was
close.
Best of two. And then you see CD, you see Jefferson, you see Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs at times. It's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Even T. Higgins. Come on.
Okay. I K-Man. Giants at the Cowboys, K-Man.
Cowboys.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer there, man. I think the Giants beating my Saints was kind of a fluke, but yeah. I B Wig. I already know who you got, B.
Yeah, thank you. But I will say this. Under the last regime, I would be concerned about this game. As a classic Jason Garrett led team trap game. Because the Giants are not a good team. They're not a good team. Don't let the 400 yards confuse you with Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a good team. And if we stick to our game plan, it shouldn't be close. Really. I mean, we should beat them by at least 14.
At least. All right, B Wig. People been talking about this game too, B. Bills at the Chiefs, Sunday night game.
The Bills. The Chiefs defense ain't ready for that. They ain't ready. They got the worst defense in the league, bro. The Chiefs have the worst defense in the league. Look, both in the numbers and the eye test. They're really bad. And in Buffalo, if I'm Buffalo, I'm licking my chops right now. Because Kansas City is a wounded dog.
Yeah,
in that conference.
Somebody said that on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, man. They're talking about when it's like when a lion smell a wounded another animal. He said they're going for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got, K, man?
I got the Bills. He is absolutely right. Their defense don't look good. Your boy, the Honey Badger, don't look good. Chris Jones looks like one of his brothers, and it ain't Chandler. It's John. So they don't look good. It's not good. And they keep doing these things offensively that I don't like because they think they can get right by throwing, and it's not. That's
Mahomes, man. Somebody need to tell him that.
Their offensive line, I still boggle my mind. You giving up a pick for Orlando Brown, but that's just me. But and the Bills are just rolling, man.
Yeah, they're like just
mad about that Steelers loss. They mad about that.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't argue that one. All right, K, man. The next Monday night game, man. Colts at the Ravens.
A game I will not be watching because we don't have the Manning cast, but give me the Ravens.
Who you got, B?
The Ravens.
Yeah, man, that's who I pick. I hope Wentz's ankles are fine. I don't know if he's playing, but
it won't matter.
It won't matter. What's his face? Nelson is out.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw what Calais Campbell and Dean Pease did to our offensive line after they seen smelling blood with playing rookies and stuff. They're going.
Yeah.
Hey, can we get Calais Campbell drug tested? Because he like 56, ain't he?
He been playing a long time, right?
Dude,
he graduated high school in 04. Like,
he been playing a long time.
Wow. Why is it? He just been in the league 30 years.
He just looked old. I saw they showed video from him in Denver South. I mean, he looked old at 17. He looks like that rock pitcher that everybody says when he's like an undercover cop. He look old.
He's been playing at least 10, 11 years, right?
Yeah. He's some kin to Greg Oden.
God.
Man, I'm telling you, man, 'cause it's like I've been hearing that name forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I'm like, it's like when I hear his name, I'm like, he's still playing?
Yeah, this dude has been some places.
Yeah.
Collected a lot of checks from a lot of different teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
But it's never really played bad though.
No.
To his credit.
No.
I give you that. I can't argue that one. I give you that. He's been a decent player.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so man, look, for the season record, man, B Wig, you had 39 and 25. K Man at 36 and 28. I'm at 41 and 23. Last week messed me up, man.
Sean, for the record, who did you pick for the Saints in Washington football team?
I picked the Saints.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Look, man. Look, at my barbershop over in Sula, me and this dude named Jay, we got a running bet every year. It don't matter. Anytime the Saints play the Washington football team, we got a bet. This year, we're betting. It's like a $99 bottle of Moet Ice to Sean Dawes.
Okay.
Whoever wins, it's the bottle.
Wow.
The last time we played, I won. Yeah.
Huh? You get your bottle this Sunday.
For real.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Man.
another great episode, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got deep in some topics tonight, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we got.
Yeah. I mean, there's some we got plenty of stuff to talk about.
Plenty of stuff.
I mean, there's some stuff that we left on the table for the weeks to come.
And we'll give you over the weeks. It's just that we don't want to bombard you with over an hour of audio all the time.
Yeah, we got some. Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a few topics, man. We're gonna do some deep dive, man. I just want to get y'all opinion on some of these things, man.
And also, this is a sports podcast, not an NFL podcast. The NBA is coming up soon. I mean, sooner. I mean, something broke today that we could talk about next week.
Oh,
man, look, don't start about the NBA. Ooh. And I told y'all earlier, I the first person I can think of, man, this happened to Clinton Portis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because look, when I heard about it, because I heard about this joint with Clinton Portis like I think it was 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, he's been out of the league for a minute. And I'm like, okay, and boy. But I knew it was coming. When they catch one, they start looking at all them other different sports and stuff.
Yep.
It's the trickle down theory. All right, people, I'm gonna get ready to watch this game. My Tulane University on TV in New Orleans, but they're getting beat up by Houston right now.
Oh wow,
it's not looking good.
Wow.
Oh, it's not looking good.
All right, man. Well, until next week. Y'all keep your nose clean.
America. And, always America. Stay safe and please get your shot.
Get the shot, man. Don't only protect yourself, protect those around you.
Yeah.
Care enough. Care enough.
On the 21st of October.
Those around you.
I'm going to get my I'm going to get my booster shot on the 21st of this month.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Sweet.
All right, people.
All right, man.
I'll holler at y'all.
Easy.
Deuces.
Get out of here.
All right.